something, and we are live. It is 6:11. We're going to be live for a little while. We're going to give people an opportunity to log on to the live stream. Since I don't do lives very often, people aren't used to me doing them, and I don't really do them at this time of the evening, but we have a new motorcycle. Brand new bike that I've already done my first ride on. Fell in love with this machine, and it is currently under wraps. It will be revealed very soon, but it is an awesome machine that I've been hey there, GMK. Hey there, what's up, guys? Yeah, we got a new bike added to the beautiful collection. I'll give you some spoiler alerts. It's not a large 1000cc plus motorcycle like the ones you see here in my driveway. It is a middleweight motorcycle, but it is one of the top middleweight motorcycles out there. It is very awesome. I just collected it 2 days ago. I did my first ride on it. Hey there, Speeder. I did my first ride on it. I absolutely fell in love with this machine, even in its stock configuration. You guys know I don't usually like stock motorcycles, but this one is pretty darn special in stock configuration. And we have some mods to install on this machine. Very first mod we're going to install is the quad lock fork stem mount so that I can attach my Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra that I'm doing this live stream with to the motorcycle, because quality is quad lock, and this is a well-deserving first mod for this machine. Of course, I'm going to be using the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 Marc Marquez edition for my footage on this bike. It is awesome. But I got the other bikes out in the driveway, and if you stick along and watch this live stream, you will see that I will be starting up these machines very soon. Very, very soon, guys. I got the world's most powerful Kawasaki Ninja H2 out because I'm going to be slaying Artist Fast again very soon. It's got a fresh set of Pirelli Diablo Supercorsa SP V4 tires installed by Zach the Master Mechanic. 0 miles on these tires because if you've been watching the videos, we had an awesome meetup with Fastlane D at Coleman Power Sports, and I did several massive burnouts, thus destroying the tires, thus resorting me to going into my secret stash of Pirelli tires to replace them, as we did very recently. Still have quite a few more tires remaining to use for the rest of the season before our good friends at Pirelli Moto USA re-up me with another set of tires. But we have the new bike build series, season 13 motorcycle. Won't be around for much longer. The random drawing for this motorcycle is going to be on July 31st. You can still enter for an opportunity to win this motorcycle. Patreon.com/650EB. And somebody is going to be extremely happy when they get the call and the email telling them they've won this motorcycle and I'm ready to deliver it to them. Back to the topic of this live stream, we have a brand new bike to join our collection. It's a magnificent machine. We're going to do some awesome things with this bike right here. I am being welcomed back to the track on this bike because it is a pedigree track machine, meaning the design team that worked on this motorcycle meticulously for many years designed it to be used on the track and the filthy streets. I have ridden this bike, not this particular one, but a one very similar to it on the track many times, and I lose my mind every time I'm on the track with this beast. I've ridden this machine 51 miles on the filthy streets, and I love it dearly on the streets as well. It's got some unique features that I'm going to talk about in my first ride video, which will probably post tomorrow or Monday on my channel. Some very unique features about this beautiful bike. So keep watching, guys. Keep dropping your guesstimates of what it is. And maybe if someone guesses what it is correctly, perhaps I will actually take the covers off. Some people are saying R9. The YZF R9 is a great machine, but that is not a YZF R9, nor is it a Panigale V2. Both of those are great machines. That bike is in the category of those motorcycles, but it is not it. Our good buddy Fastlane D is in town today, guys. And I'm probably going to hook up with him here. He's going to be riding, he told me, he bought a new bike. I don't know what it is, but he'll either be riding his new motorcycle or his M1000RR tonight. I think I'm going to hook up with him and check him out. Perhaps he'll even stop by the house here. Not all of my bikes are home at the moment. I'm still missing my HP4. It's in Miami at Moto Million headquarters. Missing some more bikes too. My M1000 XR is at Sills currently. I believe those are the only two bikes I'm missing. The rest of them are here in the garage and in the driveway. So yeah. Oh, sorry, my freaking Busa. Haven't had my Busa so long I forgot it exists. Our good buddy 5 Up Motorcycles has my Busa. It's going to be ready in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to collect it around the same time I collect my brand new ATC trailer. You guys stay tuned for that content. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to get a personal tour of the ATC factory in Indiana and hang out with the good folks there and make an amazing video for you showing you the build process of a fantastic ATC trailer. This is not an ATC trailer. ATC is the king of the hill. This was a step below. If ATC is McDonald's, this is the Burger King of trailers. I've always wanted an ATC, and I finally got myself an ATC. And you're going to see it has some of the same features this one has, like the big premium escape door and all of that stuff, beaver tail and all that, but it has more features than this particular trailer has. I'll probably sell this trailer after I collect my ATC. Where's the V4R? The V4R was traded in towards this bike because I knew for a fact that once I rode this bike that I would never again want to ride my V4R. That was the case. Why, you ask? It's because this exhaust sounds a lot better than the V4R exhaust. One of the reasons why it sounds better is because it has headers that go directly to the engine. So these headers do not connect with a Y pipe of any sort. They go straight to the headers. The V4R connected with the Y pipe. So it didn't have the sound that this thing has. Secondly, the gauges on my V4R look prehistoric compared to these gauges. This is a 6.9-inch widescreen high definition gauge cluster. I knew that once I rode this bike with this gauge cluster, I would not want to look down at the gauge cluster on my Panigale V4R any longer. Also, they changed the seating, the riding position, the ergonomics of this bike. It is very much identical. If I'm going to play a game, I'm going to get one of your popular influencers, such as maybe Fastlane D or Thought Taken or someone like that. I'm going to blindfold them. I'm going to sit them on these bikes, the Panigale V4 2025 and the current generation M1000. And I betcha they will not be able to tell the difference between these two bikes because the seating position is almost identical, meaning this bike is extremely comfortable now. Way more comfortable than my Panigale V4R 2023 was. So like I said, I knew I wouldn't want to ride that again. So the good folks at Ray Hall Ducati Cleveland took it in on trade, thus knocking off a lot of money off of the $91,000 price tag of this machine after tax. Plus I got a tax credit as well. Boom, 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 boom. You got to be smart with the money. There you go. All right, guys. You guys have been patiently waiting. It's time to start these things up. Let's take them in order. Start with this one here. You already saw the splash screen, the beautiful silhouette of this machine. Here we go. new bike is not a duplicate of anything that I currently have. I typically don't do duplicates, meaning I don't get the same bike of the, that hasn't been refreshed or something like that. If you talk about the HP4 and the M1000, those are two separate generation of machines. So this is not an RSV4 because my Ultra Dark has not been completely redesigned yet. So I wouldn't get another one at this stage. This bike sounds great. Okay, it's not a Buell. I had an EBR 1190RX. It was a 2006 model. They haven't changed the engine, the suspension, anything basically besides the fairings since it was introduced in 2004. You guys know how I feel about old technology. Not a big fan of it unless I had the bike previously. If I still have a bike and the technology advances, then I'll keep it, but I wouldn't purchase a bike with old technology. So no, it's not an EBR. Next up for the cold start is the M1000 RR. This is the best year for this bike, 2023 and 24. I say that because those are the years that the bike came with an abundance of carbon fiber. They have since reduced the amount of carbon fiber they use on the machine, making it pretty awful in my opinion. So now you no longer get this beautiful carbon fiber surround. You don't get all of this carbon and all of that. And that is a huge letdown. I did find out that they are going to reintroduce this carbon fiber in either the 2026 or the 2027 model. When they do that, when they bring the carbon fiber back, then perhaps I will get that bike. But the 2025, actually no, it's a 2027 they might bring it back because the ones out right now are already 2026s. So the 2025 and 6s, no goes. This bike also had a brand new of Pirelli Supercorsa Diablo V4 tires installed by Zach, the master mechanic. Because of course I did a burnout on this one as well. Got to watch those burnouts. They will eat through your stock of Pirelli tires for sure. Asked what happened to my C8 Z06. I still have it, but it is for sale. I haven't driven the automobile since September last year. Have absolutely no time to drive that car since number one, I love riding bikes way more than driving cars. And secondly, I just don't have time. With all these beautiful bikes, I made a decision to start utilizing my bikes. I'm trying not to have them all just sit here collecting dust, and there is absolutely no time to drive cars. So therefore, my C8 Z06 is for sale, and hopefully it will sell soon. Low price of $140,000, which is a great price because that is the most fully equipped Z06 on earth. I think it'll sell pretty quick, and that'll be the end of that. Service light. Zach's gonna get rid of the service light. We're gonna let that warm up a little more. If you're just joining in, we have a new bike to add to the collection. Has not been revealed yet. It will be revealed in a full YouTube video coming to the channel probably on Monday at this point. One of the first mods we're going to do to this bike is install the amazing quad lock. fork stem mount. And we also have the vibration dampener as well. Although I don't need the vibration dampener because I'm using a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. But this will be the first mod this beautiful bike gets very soon. This is an awesome bike. I put 51 miles on it so far. Absolutely enjoy riding it. It's a great bike, and so is that Moto Million motorcycle cover that's on this machine. I think this bike is now ready. There's a guy that actually guessed what it is in the comments. Oh boy, I think I've made a boo-boo. Somebody guessed what the hell the bike is before I could put out my first video on it. Should I tell you who that person was or just pretend like I didn't see that comment and keep vlogging? I think that's what I'm going to do. This bike, all right, next up is the Aprilia RSV4. Let's get a cold start of this gorgeous bike. Thank you for watching me since I had 100,000 subs. Thank you so much. No, it's not a Gixxer. Not a fan of the Gixxer at all. I don't like the prehistoric gauges of the Gixxer. The Gixxer is going to be completely restyled very soon. They do have full color TFT coming for that bike. And I understand they're going to make a special edition Gixxer. And at that point, I will get a Gixxer. But for right now, no. Thank you for watching me from the start, my guy. That's awesome. Thank you so much. One of the best, safe and no one. Thank you, buddy. Safe and no nonsense. I appreciate it. I love reading these comments. It's great. No, it's not a KTM. Not a KTM either. Somebody guessed it. The guy that guessed it right, his name's John. Johnny boy. That's all I can say. Fastest Saint, hold your horses, my good friend, because when I see you next week, by the way, the Fastest Saint just reminded me, guys, I will be at Bob's Motorcycles in Jessup, Maryland next Saturday, I believe it's the 24th. I'm bad with dates. It's next Saturday, guys. Somebody tell me what the date is for next Saturday. Next Saturday, I'll be at Bob's Motorcycles in Jessup, Maryland. I will have the M1000 with me. I'm going to be doing a talk about how I got started in the industry, my love for BMW motorcycles. This is 26th. Thank you, guys. Next Saturday, July 26th, I'll be at Bob's Motorcycles in Jessup, Maryland, and I'll have this beautiful bike with me. That's part of the reason why we got the brand new tires installed. We got we got the brake fluid bled with nice Motul brake fluid put in and all that. It's going to be cleaned up real nice using the Motul wash and wax spray. Come check this bike out, guys, and I'll be talking to you guys about how I got started doing this stuff, some of my favorite bikes, and how I make connections and stuff in the industry. It's going to be a good talk, so I hope you guys can make it. Of course, the weather's looking great, so we're going to do a group ride. And I'm going to try to ride this bike, but I can't really have it at the dealership because it's a BMW dealership. But anyway, we'll see. Either I'll ride that one or this one of the two. That's next week. So hope to see you guys there at Bob's Motorcycles in Jessup, Maryland. Let's get a cold start of this machine. This machine will be given away very soon. Oh man, I want to come to Columbus and see. Email me, man, ib@650ib.com. The best way for us to connect. ib at 650ib.com, the Columbus guy, because I want to see the R9, and whatever this bike is going to be a great bike to ride along with you on your R9. Hopefully you're my size, you're 6'3", 235 pounds, because I want to smack you down on this bike versus your R9. So please email me. I'm actually coming to Columbus real soon, but initially I'm on a trailer out there. I was going to bring my H2, but I'll bring that bike also. Bringing the H2 to slay artists fast. Patreon.com/650eve. You can still enter for a chance to win this bike. The drawing is on July 31st. July 31st. So yeah, guys, if you're just joining it, we got a new bike to add to our collection. It's an amazing middleweight bike that has some outstanding features. I'm going to give you a spoiler alert, see if you can figure out. Whatever bike this is, it does have illuminated switches. Illuminated switches. What I mean by that is these switches on the bike are illuminated, and that is really awesome. It's one of the first motorcycles I've ever seen that has SuperSport motorcycles that has illuminated switches. I really love that feature. When I was riding it at night and I discovered that, I lost my rabbit mind. Yeah, illuminated switches is a premium thing to add to a motorcycle, especially a track bike and a street bike and a super sport bike. This is not a super naked, it's a super sport bike, because I love, as you can see, I love super sport machines. It has illuminated switches. It is so awesome. So awesome. Clutch cover. Yes, I still have my Hayabusa. It got a new full carbon fuel tank, a new full carbon front fairing. Looks amazing with a gorgeous Cyclops light. It's great. It's got some stuff in Steve. It's got a whole bunch of other stuff. It's got a new oil pan, a billet aluminum oil pan. That hopefully, because my last oil pan, because the motorcycle sits so low, it hit some of the filthy potholes in Cleveland and it damaged it. So our good buddy Steve, 5 Up Motorcycles, is working on my Busa. I will have it back in about 2 weeks, and you will see lots of content on it on the channel. Also getting the brand new trailer, and Steve is going to hook that trailer up with a lot of my pit bull stuff. Would I get a ZX-10R? No, not at this point. It is a great bike. I had one a little while ago, but at this point, guys, I got kind of spoiled. When I got my M1000 XR, I got spoiled and used to being comfortable on a motorcycle. Then this bike comes out, I'm comfortable on it. They totally changed it. Of course, this bike has always been comfortable. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't buy motorcycles anymore that I'm not comfortable on. And believe it or not, this middleweight bike right here, I am extremely comfortable on. So much so that I'll probably take the cover off of it and ride it around filthy Cleveland today, maybe. And if you see me out there, then obviously you'll know what this bike is. But the answer to your question was the ZX-10R was not very comfortable for me. Neither was the Fireblade SP that I once had. And so I'm not going to spend my money on bikes if they're not comfortable and I can't ride them for long distances. We just got back from California. I put 800 miles on this bike in 3 days because it's comfortable. We rode it from Los Angeles to San Diego and back. Guys that live in California know what that means. They know the distance in that. Oh, you guys are killing me. People are actually putting in what the hell the bike is because I've been blabbing off my damn mouth and giving too many clues. Idiot. Anyway, I don't buy bikes that aren't comfortable anymore. 800 miles on this bike in 3 days because it was comfortable. Rode it from LA to San Diego and back. Of course, this M1000 is comfortable. I've ridden this thing great distances. This bike, the RSV4, is even comfortable, you know, and this bike right here, extremely comfortable. So yeah, let's fire up the last bike here, guys. This is the Artist Fast Killer, the 352 horsepower Kawasaki Ninja H2. It is an amazing machine. It has a complete different engine. People ask me all the time, they put messages in the comments, they say, go race IMK, he has an H2R. Well, great for IMK, he's my good buddy and all that, good kid, but his motorcycle makes 300 horsepower or whatever the hell it makes at the crank, and at his wheel he makes 270 horsepower. Because we totally extracted and removed the engine from this bike and built it up, changed the piston, changed the cams, changed the what else? The velocity stacks. We did all that stuff. We changed the supercharger gears. The engine mod for this bike was $18,000 just to upgrade the engine. So because we did all that, and of course it has the Van Diemen full exhaust system, this bike now makes 352 horsepower at the wheel, way more than IMK's H2R. And because it has the Roaring Toys single-sided 6-inch extended swing arm, I can harness that power, whereas IMK cannot. He's stock wheelbase. So there is no stock wheelbase H2 on earth that will ever beat this bike in a race. H2R, just not happening, because they try to take off, they're going to do a wheelie, and bad things are going to happen. When I take off on this bike, as you've seen in the videos when I destroy artists fast, the bike just takes off. And because it has a suspension and the shock that's calibrated to my weight, it can handle all that power. So when I see the comments that, you know, go race, IMK on his H2R, not happening because he just doesn't have the power to contend with this machine. And in fact, I have the fastest H2 of any influencer or YouTuber out there. That includes Smurf ZX10. That includes my good buddy Jixer Brother. Jixer Brother's H2 is nice, but it can't get with this bike. And I'm probably going to message Jixer Brother and challenge him to a duel. Now, he can obviously stunt way better than me. He does wheelies, 12 o'clock, all that, rolling burnouts. Jixer Brother's great with that, but he can't beat me in a race, and I will demonstrate that when I put my Gucci belt to his arse real soon on the filthy streets, and we're going to prove that this bike is faster than Jixer Brothers. Yeah, let's start it up. Haven't started it in a while. We obviously have to let this bike warm up. I was at a bike night yesterday, and one of my good buddies from Ohio was there on his stock wheelbase H2, did some amazing burnouts. I captured them on film, and I'm going to include it in my video. And then the guys that are running the bike night came over to me and they said, hey, he did way better burnouts than you ever did on your H2. I said, I agree. I have a built motor. I can't go doing burnouts bouncing off the rev limit. You bounce off the rev limit on this, the engine's going to blow up. Simple as that. And you've just wasted $18,000. Not happening, guys. This bike has to be ridden. It has to be adult ridden, right? Whatever that means. And when you race it, you have to race it, let it cool down, race it again, let it cool down. Otherwise, it'll melt down and you'll just wasted all your money. But again, guys, I want to smack down Jixer Brother. If you guys are subscribed to Jixer Brothers YouTube, drop him a message. Tell him I want to destroy him on his H2, and let's get that set up real soon. Whenever I rev that thing, it actually hurts my ears. Hurts my freaking ears, guys. But again, guys, got a new bike to add to the collection. We have our first ride video coming on this bike real soon. One of the first mods we're going to do is add the awesome quad lock fork stem mount to this bike. Link to that is going to be in the description of this video once I'm done with the live stream. Cover, please. They want me to take the cover off. I don't know if I can do that because then you guys are trying to trick me. If I take the cover off right now, you guys all know you're not going to watch my first ride video. You're not. I got to start thinking like a YouTuber. I haven't never done that in my entire career. I just make videos And I got to think like YouTubers and, you know, not tell you what the bike is, kind of try to get you to watch the video of the first ride. You know, all right, guys, I'm just trying to do my job here, man. It is my full-time job to be a freaking YouTuber. So I'm going to pick up the phone and give Fastlane D a call. He is in town. He's in filthy Cleveland. He just purchased a new motorcycle. I don't know what it is, but he wanted to come by and check the bikes out. Since I have him in the driveway, I'm going to give him a call, see if he wants to stop by. If you guys want to leave Fastlane D a message and ask him if he wants to come by, I've got bikes inside that trailer too. Bike Tyson's bike is in there and Icarus bike is in there. We just got back from California and it was great. Let's take a look at some of these comments. Looks like the bike under the cover has winglets. Oh my God, does it have? It does have winglets, and they are next level winglets. They are double decker winglets. This bike has 2 sets of winglets. Totally awesome bike. Totally awesome. Moto Million is going to put a lot of parts on this bike. I'm taking it down to Miami in a couple weeks, and it's going to be awesome. This bike also has illuminated switches. As I said earlier, these switches right here are illuminated on both sides of the bike, this side and that side, illuminated. I think that's awesome for a sport bike. I mean, I can't wait till BMW starts doing that with their switches. They have the technology because their switches on their GSs and whatnot are illuminated. So at night, just makes it really awesome. Let's read some more comments. You guys got any more comments before I get Fastlane D to come over? Do you still have your HP? Yes, I have my HP4. It's in Miami. Miami Manny is totally redoing that bike. All new parts on it. I can't wait to collect it. You hear all these bikes? Listen. Woo! That's awesome. They are over there. That is so freaking awesome. I love hearing the bikes. Sometimes, guys, I walk out of my house with the intention to ride my bikes. I hear those bikes. I just pull out my chair and just sit down and listen to them. And I end up not even riding because I've just been enjoying those bikes. And I can tell what type of bikes they are. Sometimes I can hear RSV4s, R1s, Panigale V4s, and of course I can hear inlines. And sometimes I even hear police chasing them. And I'm like, this is so freaking cool. I don't even have to go anywhere. I can just listen. That's awesome. Okay, you have the best bike collection. Thank you, hands down, thank you. Yo, Ebe, come to North Carolina. Yes, I want to come to North Carolina. Start the RSV4. I totally lost my Ultra Dark. What? Wait, how did you lose it? Ultra Dark with that same exhaust, and I miss the gorgeous. How did you lose your bike, buddy? I'll start it back up for you. Greetings from Germany. Hey, greetings. This poor guy lost his bike somehow. What, an accident. Oh my God. But he had the same exhaust. That's the best exhaust for this bike. Absolute best exhaust. Spoiler alert, this bike is getting that same exhaust. But it's not an RSV4, but it's getting that same exhaust from Moto Million. Someone said, wheelie the H2. No, man, I'm going to leave the wheelies to my good buddy Jixer Brother. Jixer Brother does a great job doing his wheelies. Somebody knows exactly what this bike is. He knows exactly what it is. I gave away way too many clues. I tell you what. There's 213 people on right now. If I get to 225 people, I will take the wraps off the bike. 215 people on right now. If I get to 225, I will take the wraps off that bike and get in trouble with my sponsors and everything. And I will tell them, you guys made me do it. Don't blame me. 212 people, nowhere close to 225. So, 215 again. Oh man, let me get the hell out of here before it freaking get. How do I end this damn thing? Where's the end button? Freaking stupid YouTube. Oh, okay, guys. Thanks so much for thanks for viewing the live stream. I got to get out of here before I get 10 more people on board. And you're going to see the video, first ride reveal of this bike on the YouTube channel on my 217 on Monday. Oh my God, this is crazy. Where is the freaking end button? I'm scrolling. Okay, I'm going to call Fastlane D and see if he wants to come over before I put these bikes away. I'll probably mow my yard for him so that it doesn't look like the projects when he comes over. And thanks for viewing, guys.